This is just amazing. I am in love with this bike.
Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here, and look what I got behind me today. Let that one soak in. That is the brand spanking new Harley-Davidson Nightster, Sportster Nightster. It's got the 975cc Revolution Max. It's just about 60 cubic inches.
Whoa!
It puts out about 90 horsepower, 90 horsepower, and about 70 foot-pounds of torque. Check that hot rod out. I just love the look. I love Sportsters myself. I've got two, and I think this is a, you can see the Sportster cues in there all the way around. I mean, it oozes Sportster. You know, the peanut-shaped tank, the gunship, you know, the gunfighter seat, the twin shocks on the back, the bob fender in this model. Just a gorgeous thing. I love the whole thing. It's just a beautiful thing. So what do we got here? Well, like I said, it's a 975cc engine that's about 60 inches, 90 horsepower, 70 foot-pounds of torque. That's 95 newton meters. The engine is a stress member in the frame, so there's a subframe above and a subframe behind, and the engine is the actual subframe here. The engine also has variable valve timing, and they say that's how come the engine is so smooth and able to produce so much good power like that. Compression ratio is 12:1, and that's possible to keep it cool with that liquid cooling, because this is a liquid cooled bike. Here's the radiator right here. It's just it's a new, you know, it's a new age for Harley-Davidson. The fuel tank, that's not the fuel tank. The fuel tank's down here. That's the bottom of it. The fuel tank is 3.1 gallons. That's 11.7 liters. So what's this? Well, that is where the air cleaner is. That's a metal cover over the air cleaner right there. This is actually metal, and this panel comes off, and I think that's how you do the service work. You know, if you're changing your filter and stuff like that. A very interesting machine to me. I've been waiting a long time to get this. They gave me a call today and said they had it and ready to go.
Whoa!
So some of the other numbers: 61.3 inches of wheelbase. That's 1,557 millimeters. Ground clearance, which I think it looks like it has more than this, but the ground clearance is 4.5 inches. That's 114 millimeters. And look at that. It looks like it has plenty, doesn't it? The seat height, and this is where that longer wheelbase comes in. The seat height is 27.1 inches. That's 688 millimeters, and it's a very low seat. It's a very narrow motorcycle, like every good Sportster is. That's one of the traits of a Sportster, is how narrow they are. I got on this thing and I was just amazed at how low it felt, you know, how down on the ground you are with the thing. And here's a really killer number. This is the lightest Harley made right now. 481 pounds, something like that. That's 217 kilograms. And I was driving around the back area here, and it's a light, nimble handling. It's kind of raky. It's got loads of power. I've got it in sports mode right now.
This is a real amazing bike.
Front tire is a 119. Nice, look at that tire. Nice tire. Dunlop 401. The rear tire is a 150, 80/16. And check that hot rod out. Again, it's a Dunlop. Just a beautiful, beefy tire. It's got Brembo brakes, 4-piston brakes in the front, single disc, floating disc, and on the rear. And I couldn't find numbers for that, by the way, diameter numbers. We've got a Brembo on the rear as well. Looks like a single pot and a fixed disc. And of course, Harley shocks, Harley branded. I'm not sure what brand they are, but let's take a look at the upstairs here. We've got flash to pass right there, high and lows, high beam, low beam, flash to pass. Blinkers are on one side on this bike, left, right, cancel. I don't know if there's a if they're self-canceling or not. Horn down here, and then the LCD control right here. We'll talk about that in a minute. The kill button right here, shut off, run, shut off, start switch right here, traction control and mode button here, and then here we have the hazard lights, of course the throttle. Let's go look at these grips really quick. This is kind of interesting. I was looking at that. This is the clutch, and this is adjustable. You can adjust the distance of the throw here, in and out, with this little knob right here. And the brake does the same thing. That's a Brembo brake cylinder too. Isn't that amazing? But you know, here you can adjust the throw from here to here with this knob right here. you pull it out and turn the knob, and that'll give you those adjustments. Bar end mirrors, and we'll look at those when we get going here. But you can see right through this. That's interesting. Okay, let's turn this on. Little lights, ABC, traction control, engine light, oil light. So we've got the speedo on top, analog speedo. Down here we've got the odometer. The fuel gauge is right there. Looks like a gear indicator over yonder, and then the odometer right there. We use this button here to change these values. So keep your eye on this right here. There is trip A, trip B. Let's see if we can clear that off. Trip B is now cleared. Range button says we have 86 miles of range. And the time, 4 o'clock. That's what, oh, an RPM. So there is a tachometer here. It's just one of these digital ones. Well, I'm just going to throw this in right now. I wish this was a tach up here with the speedometer in the bottom gauge right here. And you know, the Lowrider S had that, and it was just a really neat thing, and it worked really well. Something similar to that would be very nice. Very nice indeed. But other than that, it's kind of neat, you know. No, I want a tach. I want a tach. What am I saying? Okay. It's got this neat little, I don't know what you call these fairings, but neat little thing, you know. It's got an LED light. I think all the lights are LED on this. I'm not sure about these, but I know the tail light is, the tail lights are. Look at that, isn't that neat? So the blinkers, the tail lights, and the brake lights are all in these housings. Very nice. Got the little Harley symbols in there. I like that a lot. Little gunfighter seat. Just beautiful. Beautiful. So one of the things I look forward to with this motorcycle is customization. Sportster is one of the things about any Harley, but particularly the Sportster, is customization. And so I got on their website, and the Harley website already has a whole plethora of things you can do to this. And one of the things you can do is they've got forward controls. They've got a rear passenger seat, rear foot pegs. They've got a backrest you can put on it. They've got a couple different bar options, everything from a flat track bar to a kind of an ape hanger style bar. They've got different mirrors. They've got, you know, just they're starting the process already. There's dress-up kits, you know, for things like this that'll enhance the looks of the motorcycle. You know, these covers here replaced with neater things. Different foot pegs, you know, different grips, different grip options. Just a lot going on already, and we're just at the beginning of this. So I really think this is going to be the new platform for people that want a real customized Harley-Davidson. This is really especially for the younger crowd, you know, or people that just like to go fast. You know, 90 horsepower is a lot of horsepower, especially when you weigh 480 pounds. It's really quite a good looking bike. And by the way, I didn't catch the name of these rims, but look at those. Aren't those pretty? Same back here. I'm interested to see what kind of aftermarket exhausts come up. You know, also, you know, just all the options, the seat options, the things like that. There's just bound to be a whole bunch of that kind of stuff that's going to hit the market soon. As these become more popular, more of that's going to come out. I really do like it. And, you know, because this is a cover, that's another thing we were talking about earlier. You could actually get different covers, and I'm sure companies are going to come out and make covers. So if you want your, you know, special paint job or something, you can just buy a whole different cover that you slip over there. That's what I'm hoping to see anyway. Same with the side covers and things like that. If I were to have one, I'd probably get a red line red because I'm, you know, partial to red. And I'm Fuzzy Biker, and we are going to go take that hot rod for a little ride. Let's go. Wahoo! All right, let's go have some fun. Kickstand up, clutch in, switch on. Thing's lighting up and doing its thing. All right, little tachometer down there. Looks like it's tacking about 16. It's settling down. All right. First gear, kind of a mid control. It's a really windy day down here in Los Hills. Let's see how this thing does. The brakes so far have got very good feel. Look at that. Just does fine. Absolutely fine. I love it. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's try it this way. Very good, very good. I like it. I like it a lot. If you are in the market for a brand new or used Harley-Davidson, get yourself down here to Los Hills Harley-Davidson and ask for Jimmy. He can help you out. Tell him Fuzzy Biker sent you.
Website, loshillshd.com. Wahoo! Whoa! Yeah, we're in sports mode. I guess I should have thought about that. This bike has 3 modes: sports, rain, and road. I've got it in sports mode with traction control on. Okay, seating position. I like the way I'm sitting. I am leaning forward a little more than I am used to, but I think I can get used to that. My feet, I've got a 90-degree bend in my knees. My feet seem to be just below, my heels seem to be below my kneecaps, my toes ahead of them, of course. The seat itself, it's not a particularly soft seat, but it's not hard either. My arms, I am definitely reaching for the bars. It's a very menacing stance. You can see that shift indicator very well right there. Boy, this is a really nifty motorcycle so far. Fuel modulation so far is very good. We are in sports mode. It would soften up if we put it in road mode. Let's use our blinkers here. Unusual for Harley-Davidson to have their blinkers all on one side, but this is a blinker switch for left and right blinkers on the left side. It's got a Reiki front end, so those of you that have ridden this kind of motorcycle know what that's all about. You just got to pay a little bit of attention, no big deal. It's a very different feel for Harley-Davidson and a very different sound. The sound is totally, it's not metric sounding at all, but it's very different for Harley. All right, at 60 miles an hour, we're tacking 3270. And let's see what we do at 65. 65, we're tacking 3450. It feels very light for a Harley-Davidson, and that's a good thing. I like that a lot. Very aggressive transmission as far as shifting goes. It's definitely positive shifting. I like that. That's kind of a trait of the Harley-Davidson bikes. Excellent feel on the clutch so far. It's a different feel from the M8 clutch, but it's still a very familiar feel. Definitely a Harley clutch feel. I like the grips. Right up to 60, no problems at all. On the 4-lane back there, going 60, 70 miles an hour, it was pretty comfortable. I thought it did that very well. Pretty windy day here, and I really didn't get blown around that much. I do like the way this handles so far. I like the way it deals with the bumps. You can definitely tell it's got a sports bike ride. Look at those turkeys. Whole flock of them. Wow, very good pickup, very good pickup. It needs different pipes. Harleys need to make a little more sound than this. Okay, back to the handling. The geometry is pretty darn good. The ride is a little bumpy, a little sporty feeling. I don't know if that's very adjustable. I don't think the front forks are adjustable. I think the rear ones are adjustable for compression. I'm sure there's going to be options coming out for that. That's another advantage of the Sportster, is that the aftermarket is just going to explode when these hit the market. Let's try the brakes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, those are the quickest acting brakes I've used on a Harley-Davidson yet. Those Brembos are hot, and that's a single disc on the front. I love it. I love it. Look at this beautiful windy old road and all this beautiful foliage, just gorgeous Luss Hills. This alone is a good reason to get yourself down to Luss Hills Harley-Davidson. Take your bike, run down through Luss Hills, get yourself down here and visit with these guys. It's worth a ride, especially this time of year. This motorcycle has that spirit of ride me hard built into it. You can just feel the sportiness in it. No one behind us. Plenty of feel on the clutch. Plenty of feel on the clutch. I love it. Excellent handling. It does have a good sound when you're pulling on it. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Just cuts like a knife. This would be a real urban assault vehicle. This would do it. I really wish we had a tack. I'm sure that's coming. Whoa! It's a monster, guys. It's a monster. I love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. I am going to say this. One of my favorite Harleys so far. It ticks all the right boxes for me. Now just remember, I love Sportsters. I am just in love with this thing. Good grief. And the sound is just awesome. If you're enjoying this video, please hit like and consider subscribing. Comment below, tell us what you think of this particular video and this particular motorcycle, by the way. And let us know what you think of the channel, what you'd like to see in the future. We are here to please. Wahoo! This is a real road burner, guys. This is a real road burner. This is a whole new experience for Harley-Davidson, I believe. We are on the bottom floor of a whole new level of performance with this motorcycle. This is the beginning. I hope to see a lot more of this. The lightweight is just, it makes the bike handle so differently. You know, it's got these incredible Harley looks. You know, the motorcycle gods have blessed this bike with good looks. It's got incredible performance. That variable timing engine is just phenomenal. It's just quite the motorcycle. Well, let's see what we can do to get to 60. There it is, 60 and nothing flat. I am in love with this bike. Wow, this is just amazing. My new favorite Harley right here. Ha ha ha. Okay, I've got the right blinker on. We're gonna see if it self-cancels on its own through here. The transmission so far is just phenomenal. I do like it a lot. Harley has really gone a long way with their transmissions. I just love the way it feels. The clutch feel is just great. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's a little long throw, but it's a very good feel to it. The shifts are just, this is the quickest shifting Harley so far. You know, the other Harleys that I've ridden are very positive long throw transmissions. This is a nice short throw, still a very positive shifting bike. Handling of the motorcycle, let's start with the garage. It's a little rakey. It's got a very low center of gravity, but it's a little rakey, so you know, be careful in the beginning. But it's pretty light, so it should push around pretty easy. Parking lot speeds, I think it handles very well at lower speeds, especially if you took it out of sports mode, I suppose. 5-10 miles an hour, it's pretty darn good. Get used to it. 20 miles to 70, 80, 100 miles an hour, well, I didn't go that fast, but 20 to 70, it's a real hot rod. It's a real gunslinger. This is a real amazing bike. It's a whole new world for Harley-Davidson. I hope the Harley crowd embraces this bike, because this is a real performer. This bike has potential, and this is in stock form. Can you imagine this after the aftermarket gets a hold of it, or after Harley starts working on it? It's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. I like this motorcycle. I like this a lot. If you're interested in a new or used Harley-Davidson, get yourself down here to Loess Hills Harley-Davidson. There's their sign. Beautiful old store. They've got the best showroom, I feel. They've got an incredible variety of motorcycles, new and used. I was walking through that the other day. Look at that Pan American. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, it's just phenomenal. Their sales staff is great. And their website is loesshillshd.com. Ask for Jimmy if you come here. He's a great salesman, and I love working with him. Life is good and life is short, so we all need to get out there and ride. Ride down to Loess Hills Harley-Davidson. Wahoo! I love it. It's a hot ride, guys. It's a hot ride. Just a beautiful machine.